Okay, let's go back to work on the terminal emulator. Um, so lots of work to do. Let me. So I think I know what the issue. Okay, actually, let me just disable this first, and then I'll talk about the issue with why this hot reloading is broken. Okay, so like that didn't work. If you resize the window, it's fine. So what that just basically says is that the problem is that we are not resetting the transformation matrix after we reload the shaders. So let's have a look at that path quickly. Check shaders. These update uniforms are called, which we can probably just fix in here because that's in here. So in update uniforms, this is just for getting the locations, but we can, let me see here. So this actually updates the textures. This resize doesn't need to happen, but probably we want to just either store this globally or just have a call that does set pmat. That seems reasonable. So let me just think about this quickly. I do want to have the padding at some point here, but I'll do that later, I think. So let's just do. Let's see, when resize is called normally. I mean, like, we don't need to send this stuff again if we're not resizing, but we'll do like a call up here that's just like we need here. So the width and height we were just using are just the ones that we set the window size to. So oops. And we can just do this. that should be fine. And then in resize, we will we will set projection matrix actually it's not, let's not put that in there. We'll just leave that up there, but we'll just call it separately here. And then in update uniforms, is there extra space there? Oops, that is the other stuff I started writing. Let's just comment that out for now. Uncomment that for now. That's the next thing we're gonna work on, but okay, so theoretically now, if we go and edit the shader, it should just work properly. Let's just do if text coordinate dot x less than 0.52 and text coordinate (0.48), we are going to we're going to set the middle line to a nice magenta. So let's write this and see what happens. So there we go. That's good. Fix the shader hot loading. And by nice magenta, I mean hideous, horrible magenta. So that's good. Let me open my notes here. Okay. Yeah, so right now, if you have something like less or this open, and you just like resize the window a bunch, it's gonna crash. So I'll show that. Right? Just crashed. The reason it crashes is because of in blit lines, not in blit lines, in blit lines, which is not in this file. Because of this assert here, basically the index wraps around, and then we hit this assert. So we need to basically solve this to do case. So Lots of to-dos. Okay, so this, relaunch this, it's fine. Whereas like if you resize this, we're not actually sending new data, so nothing will happen, right? We can do this as much as we want because we're not sending any new data. This is already just all there. It's just when you resize less, it resends the whole thing. So that is why that happens. So let us do this. We're no longer going to calculate this. We are going to do actually, we're going to keep the same one, and we're going to do line count plus x plus I. Like before we were calculating this like this, but this is just wrong. Let's leave that for now. And here we're going to do line IDEX. So we're going to assert that we're not trying to grab a line that hasn't been filled yet. We're passing in like a negative value here. So this is going to range from, like you could shift this whole thing around. It's going to range from 0 to, so I goes from 0 to line count. So this goes from minus line count to 0. So if the offset is 0, that case is useful for us. So if the offset is 0, we want to give, let's write this down here. The right IDEX minus 1 to the previous line. Actually, I think we want the right IDEX. Let me think here. So here we go to line count. So we're going right up to the right IDEX. So no, we just want the right IDEX. These are getting deleted. I don't know why I typed it like that. But the right IDEX could be before the thing. So if T2, I don't know, I'm gonna do that. If line buffer to right IDEX is Ti to x plus right plus the offset. Why am I passing in? I don't really need to pass in this as a negative. Yeah, we won't pass this in as a negative. I'll do the negation in here so that it actually makes more sense what's going on. No, that doesn't. That's harder. That's more difficult. So if that's the case, then we need to take offset needs to be adjusted to be relative to the filled index. Yeah, in the line buffer. Let's do result equals line buffer to right index plus offset. If result is less than 0, oops, then we have to increase the result by this. And this should give you an offset in the line buffer. So I think this should just be all correct. Except for that. Yeah, sorry. What is the type of that? So that's a line buff. Yeah, right, it's just the log lines, not the dot lines. Wait. Yeah, okay, sorry. Oops. Need to rebuild this first. That looks correct. Seems correct to me. We delete this. Yeah, if the line count is greater than the line fill. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. So use a literal here. I don't think I can do that actually. Yeah, I cannot do that. Do not do that. Yeah, don't do that. So let's see here. So now if we do, let's bring this up here, just resize this, and we start resizing a bunch, we shouldn't get any crashes. That's better. Oops, dragging myself off screen. So Good. Take the win here, I think. There's two separate things going on here. Reset EMAT when shaders are reloaded. And handle when line buff wraps around. Sure. So let us take a look in here and see what we should start. I should probably start just going through here and deleting some of these things. Though I would like to fix the bug with the... Well, we're going to ignore that for now. Actually, let's continue working on trying to get this working. So I'd like to be able to actually run a thing in here. So if we type this, utgl.c, okay, so there's a bunch of stuff going on here. Probably we don't need to be spamming this all the time, but it's okay. That'll stop that. Okay, so for L, we should handle. This is an operating system command. That actually might be one of my custom things in this. But anyways. So this is what? CSI 4L. It's like insert or replace mode. So I'm not even sure how insert versus replace works on the terminal, but I don't think the terminal can. I wasn't aware that the terminal could do the like if you insert in the middle of a line, I didn't think you could do that. Thought you could only backspace. So I don't know. Anyways, we will have a terminal mode here that's not going to do anything right now, but it'll be okay. Let's go in here and let's make a new enum. Put down here. And we're going to call this TM TM, let me think. I got TM, there's gonna be, actually, we need to do the alt screen as well, to be honest. Maybe I'll do that next, I'm not sure. I don't really want to do that right now. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make this one, and I'm gonna make alt screen this other mode, but and then here we're gonna have a mode. And then we're gonna go to set mode. Here's alt screen. But we're gonna do, this is not a private, this is just up here for now, case 4. This is called what's this called? If set key to mode I want this to be the default though. Let me think. Yeah. All right, sorry. So L is what do we call set mode? Yeah, L is 0, so set is not 0. My bad. Else. Okay. And a break. We're not really using the app cursor. I'm not really sure what the app cursor is really supposed to do, to be honest. Oh no, sorry, I do know what that's supposed to do. I'll look that up in a second. Oh, there's like vt100.net got the selects the sequences that the arrow keys send. You can use this. You can use the 4 arrow keys to move the cursor through the current page or to send special application commands. So if the function is set, the arrow keys send application sequences. We have to look at what like X term sends, I guess. If it's reset, then the arrow keys send ASCII cursor sequences. Probably we can actually handle that right now. Now if we do close that, we still just get this. So the 4 L's are gone now. I'll do a cat util cat. Is this still spamming? No. Okay, good enough. So let us do this. So that's going to be in here. Key callback. So here, if let's look at what st does for this as well. I think it's like app cursor. Yeah. Um, this actually might not be useful because I think this changes like what we can go to the key bindings here. So eps key arrow, any mod. This is a little weird actually. So we have 3 different things for I see here. App key versus app cursor. So if we're in app key mode, we just send this. Otherwise, we send I don't know where like these -1 versus 1 comes from. Let's look at the app key. It's only used here in this weird in this key map. Weird. I don't know how that actually affects that, so I'm gonna go back to how I was just handling this in my old version. It seemed fine. Uh, I think I actually took from like a different thing called like different terminal emulator called like Vertigo. But anyways, so let's go here. We will do okay, so up, down, right, left. If what do we have? Do we have the terminal here? Yeah. Where did I store that actually? If we're in app cursor mode, we're gonna send I think that we need to actually send a sequence here. So let me look. Okay, we do have a child put S8. I think it's not being called anywhere yet. We did write it, apparently. Oh, sorry, we are using it. Right. Okay, so what's going on there? OS child put S8 T to child. Escape. Actually, I don't even handle this yet in my code, but I think this is correct. This escape A. Let me see here. Arrow keys are supposed to send certain things here. So yeah, so this bt100.net has got some information about this. So if hold on. I think I might have this like backwards in my old code. Also, do I have like the S8 macro? I forgot. I have to look if I have that macro. Because this needs to be an S8. Let me think here. So if we are in, so if the ANSI mode and cursor key mode is reset, if it is cursor key mode set, I think it's the other way. So I think it's, I think if it's this case, we're supposed to send this. Otherwise we send that. For A. And not that. Then for this, let's just delete all these. the A, B, C, D. Unless this is like completely backwards. See the control sequences section of this chapter for complete discussion of these modes. Okay, so interesting. Okay. Let's have a look. So I'm going to bring this over, zoom in a bit. I guess I can just bring that tab over and not all this other junk. Okay, so first, let's just go back to terminal.c. Can I rename this? So we're in decam, right? So here, decam, private parameter applicable to set mode and reset mode control sequences. This mode is effective only when the terminal is in keypad application mode. And the ANSI VT52 mode is set, which we might need to look at. Under these conditions, if the cursor key mode is reset, the 4 cursor function keys will send ANSI control things. If it's set, the 4 cursor keys will send application functions. So then if we go to cursor, let's go to right here. If it's reset, so if it's not set is basically what this says. We want to send these. If it is set, we want to send these. So I believe that is what we're doing here. So if it's set, right, we're setting it. We want to send these. Otherwise, we want to send the other one. So if it's not set, here, reset, we want to send these ones. That looks correct to me. Of course, you can never really know with these, you can never really know with the terminal emulator, to be honest. So we're gonna do that. And we are going to do actually curious now. This is actually going to tell me a few interesting things. Like the keypad application mode versus numeric mode. So maybe we're going to want to take into account this mode and somehow use that for setting up the keybinds. Sorry. So let me see here. Well, this would be fun to actually add the special graphics mode thing, and then yeah, it'd be interesting. Be interesting to add that mode at some point. Okay, so let's leave this as that. So those keys don't really do anything right now. Let's look at what this escape. This is like an OSC thingamajig. This one might not be covered in here that well. Let's open. On earth am I typing? Okay, not this. I need to fix that. I need to fix my my highlighting function. So think one thing I forgot to do is turn this off. Okay, so escape, handle escape. Um, oops. Let's see here, so OSC. This is control sequence. This would be OSC operating. I don't think VT100 tells you about this, the VT100.net. So if we go to teraterm. No, it's this. It's right square bracket. This hex output is just in case like it's a non-printable character, but so like you wouldn't see anything here, but in this case it's this. I can even open the old ASCII table here. So if we go to 5 and then we go to D. So this is an OSC sequence. So we're gonna have to write a new function called handle OSC. So OSC are some special commands. I kind of want to actually load this in the debugger and just put an assert 0 here. It's not getting spam. So let's go to the debugger. Okay. So I want to look at the raw sequence at this point in time. So let me just make sure this is visible here. Yeah, so anyways. So this is after the right bracket. We get a 2, then a semicolon, and then some text. And then a \A, which is, I think \A might be the terminating thing for OSC. Let me see, what's the next thing? Then it's escape 1H. So this is an escape sequence. So this \A might be the terminating character for OSC. Go to the other one. Where's the thing? Go to this one. Bring this over here. Oops. Operating command. Let me see here. Okay, so OSC bell or ST. I see. Yeah, so bell is \A. What's ST? It's SI. Not sure what that is. Anyways, maybe I typoed this in my table. This should be an SI. That seems more likely. Set text parameters in xterm. So if it's a 2, we change the window title to this command. We'll handle that one. So that's the one we're getting right now. Setting the window title. We need to parse this. The other problem is that it needs to terminate. Does it always terminate with those ones, or can it be terminated with something else? Kind of looks to me like it has to terminate with that. So we're gonna have to have let's copy what we're doing up here a little bit. So we're gonna make an OSC structure, and we're gonna have a parse OSC. So this one's gonna be a little different though. So it's gonna have the raw data. We'll keep that because that's useful for debugging. I don't even know if it really needs an argument count per se. Should I call this? Maybe I don't even need to make a function for doing this, actually. Let's get rid of this for now. Let's go back to handle OSC. We're not going to have this. We're going to do We're gonna have an 8 that's the command number, and it's gonna start out at 0. I don't think it's really optional though. Not really seeing anything here. I don't think it's optional. Let's start this out at -1. So we have an error case, and then let us do for size I equals 0, I less than actually I did have, let me see. I did have like a, okay, I'm gonna, yeah, we're gonna keep this. We're gonna do this structure thing. I guess I don't need to pass the terminal in probably. Okay. See here. This is gonna have a raw data in it. Now it's gonna have a vector of arguments because they can be string arguments. That's like the problem. Passing this on the stack might get a little hairy, but deal with that later. It's a problem. I don't know if it's a problem. It still needs a count, and it needs doesn't have a mode or a private thing. So let's try this. It's going to contain that pointer. And then yeah, an S8 is just show you. An S8 is like a string. I call it a string like slice almost because I use it sometimes for just binary data as well. It just contains the length and a pointer to data. So it doesn't need to be like null terminated. So like none of this data is getting copied. It's all just pointers into like this giant ring buffer that I have, which is all the input is just stored in this ring buffer, and it never gets copied out. So let me see here. OSC argv 0 dot data is also just this first thing. Yeah, we'll do that. Not this. while there is length remaining in raw, we'll do a U32 code point is equal to get ASCII. What was I doing in this parse? Parse CSI, we just did, oops, basically the exact same thing, except we have to peek to figure that stuff out. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do get ASCII on this raw. We're gonna do osc.raw.data.raw.len plus plus. And then we're gonna do maybe we'll do this in the switch. I'll think about this in a second here. So switch on the code point, case/a. We're gonna break because we're done. Probably don't need to include this /a in the length. So that's probably why we'll handle this in the default case. Default will increase the length. And we will increase the this should really be like argv when argv is 0, or sorry, arg count is 0. So let's do this. If there's a semicolon, we need to increase the args. What am I doing here? OSC.argc plus plus. OSC.argv of this needs to be equal to the raw, the data pointer, wherever it is right now, and then if is less than the amount of arguments we have, we will continue. Oops. Break. Let me think if I can organize this better. Wow. Now we'll just do this. I'm gonna break from the whole thing. I mean, I could just use goto, I guess, but I don't want to do that. Okay. Otherwise, in the default case, so let's say we did not get this or this, we got just a random letter. Not arg, osc.argv of whatever the current index is. .len plus plus. We'll continue. That's like a really good question. I'm not 100% sure. So that's the only one, only the semicolon's the only character that could be embedded in it, because it just uses like /a. It uses like bell to determine the end of the thing. So you're probably not going to embed a bell in the middle of your title, for instance. But for these other things, you could have a semicolon, that's correct. So, not sure. What is ST? I think ST is sequence terminator. I think it actually might just be null. It doesn't really say here what ST, capital ST is, but string terminator. Oh, it's not null. No, it's not null. String terminator is 0x9c, which is actually a backslash. Yeah, I have a feeling it doesn't. I have a feeling you can't have a semicolon embedded in the string. Because of the fact that this string terminator is also backslash, which means you can't really escape it. So let's do that and see what we get now. We compile this after I fix the... I don't know why I'm calling it that. Fix any bugs I just get. That's fine. Unused variables. So let's go to here. And we're gonna run. Let's see. So we've parsed the OSC. Let's see what we have here. Let's bring this over. We're missing a character. Oh, no, we're not. We're good. Why is that? That's weird. Anyways. So, argv0 is the letter, like the 2, the ASCII character 2. And then data 1 is this title, this vtgl.c. And the length's 11, which is correct. Wait, what? Oh, right, the semicolon. The raw needs to get increased for the semicolon as well. Yeah. Oops. Wrong window. Yeah, so actually I think we can just always increase the raw count. That's fine. Then it will actually include this last character. Let me think here. So can I just restructure this so I don't have to do this continue in the switch? So it's either go to break, it's either use continue or it's go to return. So I don't know. Also, if this raw to len is actually 0, there's a problem. It means we didn't finish parsing it. We're missing half. So that's a problem. So we're handling this for like the CSI, but we're not handling it yet for this. We'll think about that later. Okay, so we got this parsed. Let's do. Now we need to handle it here properly. Probably I can add like a function for setting the window size. There was something else that sets the window or the window title as well. So we'll do that. We'll add that in a second here. So we do this. What are we doing? Yeah, so command. We need to now parse the first argument. We need to convert it to a number, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Oops. Code point equals dot data of I if not between 0 and 9. We have this is like an error, so we'll do fputs invalid OSC command. Oops. And then we will dump OSC and we will return. I think we can just print the raw, to be honest. I don't know if I've done this differently in the past. I could get like a little fancy with it. Oops. We could do like fputs escape. And then we can do I have like a check for let me see here. So let's do OSC to raw.len. This is wrong. If now we're gonna take raw. Do have an isPrint macro. Okay. if the code point is printable, we will just do the old f put char typing. Else if cp equals /n, we will do a f put s wait, that's probably printable. Never mind. Between space and yeah, that's print. Sorry, that's this one. That's printable. //x percent 0 to x. Then we could also print like all the parsed stuff as well. So we'll do a /n and then we'll tab and we'll do .argc was equal to %d. We'll put a /n here. We'll go for I32i equals 0, I less than argc, I plus plus. We've already printed like the whole thing, so I'm just gonna print the length. Cool. So we're not gonna get that right now, but that's okay. . What did I do that? Okay, so that compiles. Now we're gonna do command. Right, this is why command was starting out at 0. Why command should start at 0. Yeah, that's annoying. We're gonna assume this is, well, okay, this already handles the error case, so never mind. Command times equals 10. Command plus equals float point minus 0. Okay, so now we have a parse command. We're going to do a switch, get rid of this, switch on command. Case. What was this? Okay, so case 0 is just the icon name and window title, but we're not gonna set the icon name. Probably. I don't really. That's like some X11 stuff. I don't really care about that, to be honest. So this is gonna be set window title. Probably we just need like the GL context, but this is a function we need to write anyways. Let's just do to do. Write this after I write the rest of this code. Case 1 ignored. Set icon. We'll make this uppercase. Case 2 is just the window title. For the rest of them, for now, we're gonna do unhandled. Some of these we might need to handle, but for now, we're just gonna do this. Let's just put another space here. Let's line up. We're gonna do f_s. Copy this. Break. Unhandled OSC command. Good. So we're gonna do that. It's gonna compile. Okay, so that compiles. I guess I can do this. I don't know why I was typing everything like that in one big window. That's okay. Let me see. So now we should do set window title. So right now the window title is just fixed at startup. Let me see here. Yeah, right here. So when we created the window, we are going to change this. So the only thing that's a little annoying here is that I think the GLFW window things expect the string to be null terminated, which is really kind of dumb, but that's how they do it. Let's go to GLFW set window title. see, what's it called? Okay, it's just called GLFW set window title. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what we're going to do, because I do have, like, the arena just set up, so we're going to do that. Which means I'm going to need to pass the arena around a little bit more, but that's okay. See, like, OpenGL, any OpenGL call that takes, like, a string, so, like, any of, like, the shader compilation things, for instance, they all allow you to pass in a length. But GLFW is not that forward thinking, so let us do this. So here we are going to need to have a default window title somewhere that's saved. Where do I want to save that? I think it's going to be global, probably in the config. Put it in here. VTGL. So we're going to hold that, and then we're going to do already have an arena by this point. I don't really care. Yeah, so we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna say we're gonna have a utility function. S8 to C stir, and it's going to take an arena pointer, and it's going to take an S8, and we're gonna do s.len +1, and then I don't have a memcopy function yet. I'm not gonna use memcopy. Memcopy's in string.h, and I'm not including string.h. no string.h here. I++. It could make this fancier. I'm not gonna make it fancier. Okay, and then C stir of s.len equals 0, not O, 0. And we will return the C-stir. A to C-stir. And arena global default title. Let's reload this whole thing and see if that is working. What are we doing? Type in some junk. So in my title bar, I can see VTGL there. So that means that is working. So don't need to free that because that is just stack thing. Yeah, I'm gonna write I'll write a mem copy at some point. I already have mem clear, which is just mem set, but I don't really need it right now, so we'll just leave it for now. I might need it later. I'll definitely need it later, actually. So we'll write it later. Okay, so let's go back into the terminal and see typos today. What am I looking for? So set title, there's like a bunch of these, I think. Where am I setting all these titles? Save title, restore title. That's going to be a little different. It's just this set window title. So let me think. How do I want to do this? Terminal.c is getting included like this. Right. So let me think. Probably I'll just declare it as a prototype and do it in here. Oops. Let's copy this. What's the thing called? I don't really care about bringing. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. I copied the tab. Field window pointer win arena title. We're gonna do win. Oops, win. SA to C-stir and a title. I think that's all I need to do here. Okay, so set window title. what am I doing here? P to GL dot window a OSC dot argv1. What are we calling this? Push line. Oops. Push line is from blit lines, and the blit lines can get the arena. Blit lines. What's the arena called in here? Is it just called memory, temporary? No, it's just also A. Okay. A. So, let me see here. Handle OSC. Break. Case 2 is the same thing. Oop. And we need to maybe I'll just shove this set window title in here. I don't really care that it's in a different probably don't need to set that from anywhere else, to be honest, so I'll just leave it in here. Okay, so now if we do this, vtgl.c, there we go. So I don't know if you can see the window title because it's kind of going to look pretty small, but it changed to vtgl.c. So now we'll close that. So that's pretty cool. And also there's no more spam here about OSC. So let me see. Window title. There was other stuff that needed the window title. Save title and restore title. Technically, there's glfw get window title. Okay, and it restores it. Okay, this isn't that bad. We can do this as well. So glfw get window title returns a pointer that glfw is just holding on to of its copy of the window title, and you don't need to free it or restore it or do anything with it. So we can just we can handle these ones. So let's do let us put this in here, I think. So we can do that. We can do t2 saved title equals glfw get window title. Oh, this actually has to take that, so my bad. That should be that as well, assuming this just builds. That was included first. So either I include glfw in util or that's fine. Yeah, whatever. Sure. Why not? Wait, what? Why is get window title not a? Added in version 4. What version of glfw do I have installed? 3.4, I mean. 3.3.8. Oh, that's annoying. Like Gentoo just being weird and like not shipping some, is shipping like some outdated glfw. When did 3.4 come out? 20 this February. Let me see. kind of think I should just upgrade GLFW on my end, or I can do something else and write my own function to do this. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, because then you have to keep a copy of it yourself, which is like really annoying. I think I'm just gonna do the old. Just upgrade GLFW to the newest version. Um, okay. So, let me see here. How long have I been streaming? Oh, okay, I should probably get up and take a stretch break, get some coffee. Let's do that. Well, that's upgrading to the latest that. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna load the other shader. And I'm gonna go and take a stretch and make a coffee. So there's our fake scan lines. And let's bring up a thing here. Alrighty, I will be right back. Okay, so VTGL is, GLFW is done upgrading. So now we should be able to build. Now let's shrink this. Close that up. So now if we get rid of this again, where are we here? Okay, we do this and then we go back into, just want to check something actually quickly. This includes that. Yeah, I see what the problem is. Okay. Oh, no, this is including that. Never mind. So I can go into, I don't need to include GLFW in this other file. I don't know why I did that. That's dumb. Not needed. Okay, anyways. So if we do a build now, that's fine. we linked against a different library, so it's no surprise that sig faulted. So yeah, that is good now. That is all hunky-dory. So let's actually take a look at here what we've got going on here. Does GLFW actually have like this weird icon name nonsense? If it does, then I mean I could do it, but oh, I see. It's backslash escape. That's possible. Is that? It's a good catch. Thank you. This GLFW has set window icon, but it doesn't have like a name thing, I don't think. I think that's just some weird XOR nonsense. Just name the icon. B. Uh, Criminal OSC. OSC. Okay, this one we're gonna have to do something here. So, uh, so if it's escape one, if it's escape and then backslash, that could be a problem. Where are you reading about that? Arsene single numeric from single. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Obviously, I'm just like skimming it. I'm not like reading it in depth while I'm trying to type code. But um, okay. So I see. So there's like a bunch of different ways this could come in. I see. So okay. So that kind of means that these all need to be handled separately. So if we start getting random other ones, I will have to modify this. Um, okay, so, oh, I see. So it should be, this is like kind of annoying, I guess. Okay, so this is right. It's just like the first, so you need to parse the first number, the PS part, and then you need to keep the rest of it as a string until later, pretty much. And then you can decide based on the number what to do with the rest of the string. Maybe I'll just rewrite this right now to conform to that sort of pattern. So let's do that. And let's do that. So OSC argv, we're gonna change this to be I32 command, then S8 arg, get rid of all of this. Okay, so no more argv0 and no arg.data. Okay, so we're gonna do give me 2 steps, I guess. This is gonna be a little annoying. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Let's take this loop for now. And we're gonna do so we're gonna do that. We're gonna say if code point is between 0 and if it's not between 0 and 9, we are going to break. Probably we need code point outside, so obviously this could overflow. I mean, the other one can also overflow if you pass garbage to it, so I don't know. You could always just put like an if greater than 1,000 break because none of these numbers should ever be above 1,000. Are you sure about that? It looks like it's like 112. 119. I think it's 119. So in this, can I like find something here that's gonna give me a good link? Probably not. So in the operating system commands, like if you scroll all the way down right before like privacy message starts, there's like PS is equal to 119, for instance. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there's like a ton of these, and like all of them are in different states of update. Oops, delete that part. Do that. Okay. I mean, this isn't really performance then because this loop can only go through a couple times, but that's fine. Okay. So if so then we break out of this. Um if CP is not equal to semicolon, again, this is an error. How should we handle error? So if this is not semicolon or command is greater than 1,000, then we should do something about it. Honestly, I'm not sure what we're supposed to do if we get like an invalid OSC, because the problem is like how are you supposed to know like where the end is? If it was just, if there's part of it's invalid, then like basically your whole terminal's just like hosed. So yeah, honestly, like I don't know what you should even do in that case. I'm just gonna call die, to be honest, because I don't see how you can handle this if the command is like invalid, or if the next character was anything other than this, then I don't know how you are supposed to determine what the um, rest of the command is. Yeah, I think that's just how it is, to be honest. So, I don't know. You could like keep running, you could die, you could. I don't really want to dump this whole raw command, but I think I'm just gonna do that. I doubt that's even a performance issue, to be honest. Okay, so we're not ignoring that. Um, Rest of this is just going to be a string, so we are going to parse until we get either bell or this string terminator. Well, the thing is like the arbitrarily large thing, right? There has to be a limit. Like I wonder, like if any of those we can actually look. Let's look at ST. Let's see if ST does anything about this. But like maybe Wes term or like I term or something would be a better example because like suckless is most likely to do something like what I'm doing, which is to just like hose it, just to not even care. But I think that's in st.c. CS OSC. What do we got here? We have, oh, I think they call it like stir. Oh, this is like gonna be really annoying to read actually. Stir parse. That's not really useful. No, that's not, yeah, so this is not, I don't think they do anything about it, to be honest. So if I just go in here and just dump a bunch of garbage to ST, I have a feeling it will just straight up, it'll probably just crash. Because like I think what like ST does is it like so stir handle. Let's just see where stir handle gets called. Yeah, so here because they're doing everything in like this giant state machine thing. Let's take a look at where this is set. Okay, so int puts char, which is really weird. Um, yeah. If the user never sends some code to stop the stir or escape command, then ST will stop responding. They just continuously, they just realloc over and over and over again until it finally just crashes. I mean, technically they avoid the crash by doing this, but so yeah. If because like everything else is just gonna be like completely broken at that point. So I don't know. I don't even want to put this comment here because like honestly it's just stupidity. It makes no sense. Yeah, it just I don't know. I'm just gonna leave the die there, to be honest. Okay, so we can just skip over that. And we will say if we can break uh, if CP equals that, we can break. If CP equals 0x1b, then we have to do this dance. Otherwise, we will just loop through the whole string length. I'll just split this up here. I mean, I'll just combine these two cases. Oops, too many things deleted there. Okay. So here we could technically request more characters. if we ran out. How did I do that before with like parse CSI? Did I do it at all? Yeah, I did. Okay, well that's a bit easier though. But now since we're not, yeah, actually, so then we can actually do this. We can set the command equal to 1, and then if raw len we'll set the command to -1 to indicate that we need more characters. So we're not going to do this part anymore. And then here, how did we do this before? We did check if so we're gonna like end up parsing this twice, but that's like kind of okay. Once when we get the input and once when we actually go, or over and over again when we go to actually draw it to the screen. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do OSC if command if OSC.command equals -1, result equals need more bytes. Return result. And this is going to be then here we'll do okay, so that looks good to me. Why are we doing this weird? Right, so this is like all broken. Oops. Yeah. Okay, we need to fix that dump OSC thing. So dump OSC is going to be this top part is fine, I think. And this bottom part needs to be modified. So dot command will be equal to that. Sure, let's do this. And we don't really need the rest of this because there's no like argv blah blah blah. We could do. Let's do this. We will do dot arg dot len equals %zd/n. Just to make sure that looks correct. Okay. What did I do? Oh, not argc, arg command. Okay, so now we can do this properly. OSC.command arg okay, there we go. So back v util.c broken. Wait. What is happening there? Why is that broken? Let us go here and we will put a breakpoint in handle OSC. Oh, it's gonna be, I need to run this first and then I can put the breakpoint. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at the OSC here. Oh yeah, it's like the /a, that's fine. Command equals to arg, oops. Didn't actually do what I was supposed to do. So osc.arg.data equals raw to data. And osc arg.len++. We don't want to include this actually, we want to put this down here. Oops. We don't want to include these parts in the argument length. The terminating parts. Do it here. Okay, so now we can take a look at this raw here. not the raw, the this. So now raw looks better and data looks correct. Cool, so we'll kill this one. Leave that one open. So now if we do this and we go back and we do vtgl.c and the title gets set appropriately. Good. All right, so okay, let's take a look here, and we'll probably take the win here. I think it's all of these. Need to add this, oops, config.h, need to add this to here. Just take this license notification, even though it doesn't really matter. Okay. Let us take, I mean, I could technically split up these cursor things into multiple commits. Yeah, let's do that. We'll split that. So I think we'll do the what happened there. Yeah, sorry. We're gonna handle the OSC and the window titles first. We're gonna skip this part, make that a separate commit. This is all OSC stuff. I think all of this is OSC stuff, right? Yeah. I didn't commit anything that wasn't supposed to go with this one. Should be good, I think. Okay, so OSC and window title handling. Um, okay. So that is going good. I should push this to my website. And that is 12 o'clock, so probably a good time to take a break. Let me think. What else do I want to take a look at the notes quickly here? That's done. Okay, we still need to handle UTF-8 and stuff. And there's still a bunch of to-dos, obviously. I think I'm gonna, in my break, I'll probably just quickly look into that scrolling thing a little bit more. I just don't want to do it on stream because it's just gonna be me staring into the bugger. When we get back, though, we will start looking at some of these other things. To do global color table. We've actually done that. What is this? Push empty cell rect. This function isn't even being used, I don't think. That's probably why that's still here, but this can be where's the thing here? This one. Alt screen. Maybe we'll do the alt screen when I get back. This I need to look at actually. That shouldn't be an issue. It should be handled properly. Um, padding, we could do that. That one, I don't know about. That one, I don't really know about either. I think I'm done that as well. Which means this can go down here. That's actually not here. That is can go up here. So this would be like where we could save a little bit of extra blitting by not parsing this on every frame. But for debugging, it's kind of nice to have it parsed on every frame so it spams you with garbage when you need to handle it. I don't know. I'm gonna think about that. Let's just build this, make sure I didn't break anything. It's fine to me. think I'd like clear color to take an argument so that I can change it for debugging purposes. Maybe not. Probably it's fine. So, yeah, like probably if I do this, oops, I just make this like a different color. Let's open the color table because I don't remember the numbers for everything. So we take this magenta 5, then we will be able to see where the padding is like screwed up. Right, so there's like this border right now where we should be doing some proper padding and stuff. Probably that is fine to just look at later. We'll do that as well. Ag to do, let's take a look here. What is that? Yeah, we do actually want to handle that. We don't want to crash in that case. We want to just not resize the turn. We just want to keep running with like the window will still get bigger, but the actual frame buffer that's rendered to will stay the same size. So there'll just be like a very large section of just padding that's not doing anything. Somehow there should be, yeah, we want to do that, but I don't know. I mean, if that also happens, though, how would you get it to work properly later? I don't know. We can think about that. So that part is good. I'm gonna continue pretending to be X term so that we get all the escape sequences. I think actually right now this is like gonna cause like an overflow. So we're keeping track of unprocessed bytes, but we're not passing it in here. Let me see here. We're just gonna add to that. So yeah, let us take in the old unprocessed bytes, and then we're gonna say remaining equals cap minus unprocessed bytes. And then, is that the only thing we care about? I think so. That should be correct. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't just do that earlier. I need to pass that in. I don't know how to get like some unprocessed bytes to show up, but Swap interval is not needed because we will sleep on waiting for terminal input. That's possible. We could still do that. I'm gonna leave that to do for now. Clamp, make padding configurable, alt screen, indexed color. We need to do that. App keypad. Yeah, we'll do that as well. Unicode. Make sure characters are printable. Yep, we can do that. Looked at those. LRU, that's got to be happen at some point. What is this? 134. Okay, that's the last one I'll look at, and then I'll take a break. Measure text. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, this can just get ignored for now. This is kind of debug purpose anyways at the moment. I think eventually we'll probably like have a little menu that you can like use to tweak some settings. But that's like later on. That's once we have a working terminal emulator. I'll just leave that for now. So let's commit all this, because this is just cleaning up to-dos. Clean up some to-dos. All right. Git show. I think the next we could also start adding some like keybinds and stuff. That would also be interesting, I think. Okay, so it's gonna be it for me for now. I'll come back later this afternoon to do some more continue working, but for now we are going to maybe go and look at what Mr. Tsoding is doing with his memory allocator for JavaScript. That looks interesting to me. So if you guys don't know Tsoding, he has a lot of fun videos. So we'll give him a raid. All right, I will see you all later.